If you're tired of being completely burnt out from posting every day, there's an easy solution. Today, we're going to dive into an AI tool that literally builds full pieces of content from a single prompt, an all-in-one video generator. And I'm not talking about ChatGPT. I'm talking about going from 10 hours of editing to one single prompt. In this video, you're going to learn 3 important things. 1, the burnout killer. Tools like the tool we'll be diving into today are great for avoiding burnout, especially for beginners and pros. 2, you're going to learn how to scale your content production completely stress-free. Once you get the hang of this, it's very little editing and almost no work. And the third thing you're going to learn is how to use this tool to turn any idea into a full content strategy, viral campaign, and how to validate those winners. We're going to stop guessing what works, and we're going to try and recreate a viral format to validate a winning strategy. And I'm going to let AI do all the editing and the heavy lifting. So the first thing we want to do is head over to Hypernatural.ai. Now the links for this will be down in the description and the pinned comments, but you could always just type this up in your browser and head over to the site. Come over here to sign up and create yourself an account. For those new here, I'm the avatar of John Kelly, one of the minds behind Digital Creator AI. We built this channel from scratch and just hit 100K plus. What we do here is help creators, solopreneurs, and anyone building an online brand master the best AI tools, workflows, and strategies to grow every step of the way. If that sounds like you, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Real quick, before we dive in, if you're posting content on Instagram for your brand or your business, you need this tool. Now, I built this to automate my Instagram comments and DMs, so I don't have to pay for expensive tools like ManyChat anymore. If that sounds like something you need, just know that for a limited time, I'm letting people get access to this completely for free. The links are down in the description and the pinned comments. Try it out and let me know what you think. Once you log into Hypernatural, this is going to be your main workspace. Here at the top, you'll see that there are 3 tabs that you can switch through. At the moment, we're in the Create tab. Down here in the center is where you can type out your prompt to generate your videos, generate your content. Below this, you have some ideas, right? So you have different topics that you can click, like fan fiction, kids, marketing, for example, a beauty ad, AI ad, book trailer, real estate ad. So it's got all these different templates that we can use, and we'll experiment with some of this in a moment. But you can keep going through this, like romance, seasonal, spooky, writers. So they got some ideas there for you to start with. I definitely suggest always, like in all my videos, use these ideas and use these inspirations to figure out how good the tools really are and turn these into your first test idea, right? Because here you can see the visual that you're going to be working with. You're not just like shooting into the dark. This TikTok ad, I think, is a great example of why this tool is powerful. So let's click here. This is a story-driven ad. Doing this back in the day would probably be out of reach for 90% of you watching this video. So having an animator come in and create you a mascot, and then to put that mascot into content related to your brand or your business, and then to create that story and to create that content, this would be something big brands would do in the 90s. But now, thanks to Hypernatural and AI, today, even a small creator, a small business, a solopreneur can create content like this to market really any product or any brand. That's the beauty of this. So today we're going to get a little creative. Before we start creating anything, we first always want to validate our ideas. So instead of just coming up with ideas, study your niche and find what's working. Now, in this case, I saw this. It's not really my niche. I saw this content and I saved it because I noticed they were doing something almost magical. They were pulling viral numbers every time they posted. And I wanted to see why this was happening. From what I can see is the content is simple. It's animated, but it's also very basic. It's got that meme culture lore, that Y2K aesthetic. It starts off by saying, you know the house, but you don't know what's inside. So you're already sitting there going, okay, what's inside the house? And then it says, this is day 1 of me walking towards this house. I plan to walk daily until I reach the house and finally find out what's inside. But this is the kicker. It says, however, I can walk only as many steps as the number of followers I gain. The house is 100,000 steps away. Today I have 3 followers, so I will walk 3 steps towards the house. 1, 2, 3. Plan to keep walking daily to reveal what's inside the house to everyone. Follow this space in my journey towards this revelation. See you tomorrow. So this very simple script, super simple, I know some of you right now have been literally writing scripts for days, spending hours on your scripts. This simple script, for some reason, is working and getting viral views. And it's not just the script, it's obviously a mixture of things. So really that's the sweet spot, is figuring out what is the mixture of things that is making this work and then replicating that. But we're gonna use this as an example because I think it's really simple and it's blowing up. For me, the psychology is what's working here. Just having people follow, knowing that tomorrow it'll get closer and closer to this mysterious house. They're definitely using like a psychology hack for engagement with these posts. So you can do the same thing. If the house was something else, the approach you can take here is creating a series that relates to your personal brand or your products or your offer, tying in that mystery and gamifying the process by asking your audience to follow, allowing them to get closer and closer to the reveal or the answer. But if we mold this around a product, and we mold this around some kind of offer or your brand, it should have the same effect. But of course, with anything, you're gonna have to test. So how do we leverage this type of content? Well, what we're seeing here is like a gamified, engagement-driven story works with the right vibes, right? So AKA story-driven ads. So what I did is I took this video transcription and instead of putting walking towards a house, I just put walking towards a mountain. I swapped out the house for the mountain and I changed out sort of the character in the video. And I used Hypernatural to do this. So I took the original video, I analyzed not only the transcription, so the script, but I also analyzed the visual style. And I've got some data here that Gemini gave me. I'm gonna take this and just paste it into Hypernatural. It's not formatted as a text to video prompt or anything. So I just want to see what it does with all this information. So if we scroll up, it'll say, right, the script, the summit secret. So it's swapping out the house for the summit, for the mountain. Down here, it's got some timestamps. So it's following the pacing of the original video. So it should be just as long and it should be very similar. So let's see what it does with this. Here I've got that block of information just pasted into Hypernatural, raw, no formatting, not written like a prompt. Let's see what it does. But before we hit enter, let's check out these options down here. This plus icon, if we click this, you can actually add stuff from your library. You can upload photos, you can upload videos, you can create scripts from narrated audio, narrated video, and voiceovers. And then next to this, we have the styles. So here you can create a custom style by selecting this. Below here, this is one of my custom styles, which is currently the style that's set. These are also custom styles. If we scroll down, there are a bunch of styles that come already built into Hypernatural, and you'll be able to just pick them as you scroll through here, like Impressionist, Surreal, Storyboard, Watchmen, Wes Anderson. So a lot of cool styles to start experimenting with right away. Next to this, we have an important and powerful feature. If we click length, you'll see that you can adjust the outputs. So you can either have an output of less than 60 seconds, a short that's 1 to 3 minutes, a classic YouTube video, so 3 to 10 minutes, and then long form, longer than 10 minutes. This here, not all tools do this. This makes Hypernatural a great option if you're looking for YouTube automation or a way to just start posting content on YouTube. Try generating some full videos and see how you feel about it. It might be perfect. It might be exactly what you're looking for. And again, the idea with using tools like this is that it's all in one video generation. It's supposed to speed up your process and remove the burnout. So don't overthink it. Don't get too picky on what you're generating. Just try to be effective and optimize when you can. But in the end, you just need to see what the audience, what the clients really want when you post. Next to the length option is another very important feature. We have the aspect ratio. So you have 9:16, which is perfect for Reels, for TikTok. Then you have 16:9, which is perfect for YouTube. And then 1:1, which is perfect for every other platform. You can also use that on Instagram as well. I think we're ready to hit enter. I'm gonna leave this pixelated meme style for now, and let's just hit enter and see what we get. This is what separates Hypernatural from other tools like Sora or like VO3. This is actually gonna build out your story for you. Here's a little hack that I would do. I would take this section here as your template. So scroll down and see how this is written. If I can copy this and throw it back into Gemini, tell it, hey, write me the prompt like this, obviously swap out the information. This output helps you understand how to optimize the prompts for Hypernatural a bit better. This feature here is actually great. So the top, you see the title, the Summit Secret. Below this, you have the narrator. Hypernatural just added a bunch of high quality voices to this library. So you just scroll through here and pick the perfect voice for your video. Let's hear this one.
Every video deserves the right voice, whether it's an announcement, an ad campaign, or a bedtime story. Give me the script and I'll bring it to life.
What about this one?
Every video deserves the right voice, whether it's an announcement, an ad campaign, or a bedtime story. Give me the script and I'll bring it to life. Every video deserves the right voice.
Every video deserves the right
Every video deserves the right voice.
Every video deserves the right voice.
Every video deserves the right voice.
I think this voice here, Harry, is the actual voice that was used in those videos. So let's select this one. That's going to be the narrator. And you can see here, it tells you what lines the narrator is going to read below. And if you want to make any changes here, you can always type in a prompt here, like change the first line or whatever you need. Just hit enter and it'll make the changes to the script here. You can make it longer as well with these settings, and you can change the language. And obviously the make video button here will generate the video, but we're not done looking at these settings. So here we have the style. The pixelated meme style I think is fine for what we're doing. The aspect ratio is fine. The character, now I think this should be POV, but maybe we generate it once like this for the character, just so you guys can see how it is. So let's click here on character, just so we can check this out. Now, if you want, you can add a new character. You can also do not cast. Face will vary across videos, so there's not like a set character. The beauty of this is if you want to create videos that have the same person throughout the whole video, you create a character here with this new feature, and you just use that character when you generate by selecting them here in the drop down. You've got different people like Abraham Lincoln, Alice in Wonderland, a bunch of options to start with. There's actually some really good ones down here at the bottom, like there's this wizard, Robin Hood, Santa Claus. Get creative with your marketing and with your content. Maybe you want to use Santa Claus because the holidays are coming up. Maybe you want to stand out and have somebody like Thomas Jefferson reading some ad copy for your brand. Let's just keep going. For now, let's think about the mountain and what would stand out on the feed. So we got a monkey, we've got a rabbit. I think I'm going to pick Pebbles the penguin here. Let's pick Pebbles and let's just go to make video and see what we get. So we're going to leave it at 32 seconds because that's the time we were looking for. And now we just need to kick back and wait for Hypernatural to do its thing. Once it gives us the output, we will be able to edit the output. So there are a bunch of options to continue to create with your AI outputs that you get in here, which is another plus for Hypernatural in comparison to other tools. The video's finished. To the left, we have some design features that we can use. So we can change up the style if we click here. We can change up the captions as well, or add in the captions because I think they're missing at this moment. And we can add some brand elements by clicking this plus here. To the left, you also have the script, so you can change up the narrator and the character. You can edit the script, and you have audio options, so you can speed up the voiceover. So sometimes that's good because AI generated voices can sometimes be a little slow, or in general, anybody's voice can be a little slow, so you can speed this up. The voiceover volume, you can raise it or lower it however you want. Below that, you have some of the audio features. You can add in music. The music is all obviously copyright free. Also, any of the clips that are used in here, apart from the generations, because sometimes it mixes in a bit of B-roll, is also copyright free. So no need to worry there. We have the stock music options here. You can just scroll through here and pick the song that you want to use. You also have audio uploads. So you can upload your own music, your own sounds, which is what I've done in the past. As you can see, I have 2 songs here. So before we check out the preview, I want to come back here to design and I want to add in some captions just to show you how easy this is. Toggle this on and you can change them from small, medium, large, or XL. And if you just pick one of these options here and you play the video, you'll see that the captions start showing up in the video. You can change the placement of the captions, which is very important, either to the top of the video, which is where I think we're going to put them for this video. If not, you can put them in the middle or you can put them at the bottom. I'm going to put them at the top and we can make them bigger. So maybe a medium so people can see them, right? If not, you can do large, but I think this might be a little too large. I think this is perfect. So it keeps people reading and engaged. And down here, we have a bunch of different options for caption styles. So all great, all super helpful. If we click them, it'll change up the style and you can just get a preview of it. I'm going to go for something simple and easy to read. So this is the basic like white Instagram font. So that's kind of what we want to go for, but we don't need to do it exactly that way. The idea is that this font always performs best on Instagram. If you pay attention to the highest performing videos, they are all using like the basic font. So let's go back to Hypernatural and we could use this one where it's basically the same. It's just got that yellow highlight over it. If not, we could use this one. But I think the one here has a little bit of a darker background. I think I'm going to go with this one just because it pops out to my eye a little bit better. And let's play it and let's see what we got.
The summit secret. You see the mountain, but you don't know what's at the summit. This is day 1 of me walking towards this mountain. I plan to walk daily until I reach the peak and finally find out what's waiting there. However, I can walk only as many steps as the number of followers I gain. The summit is 100,000 steps away. Today I have 3 followers, so I will walk 3 steps towards the mountain. 1, 2, 3. Follow this space in my journey towards this revelation. See you tomorrow.
Just like that, in a couple of minutes, we have a finished video, but I still think it's missing some animation, some movement. Hypernatural has added in a new feature called full motion. If we come up here and we click on this full motion button, it will add motion to the scenes that we select. Now, these 2 scenes, they had motion, so I think I'll just unclick those. This one, this one, this one, and this one could have motion. This one I think can stay static because I think adding motion with all these characters might be a mess. And then this can have a little motion because he's going to do the 3 steps. This, we can remove the motion because that has text in it and that could also be a mess. I'm going to remove it here too. So let's add motion to these scenes that I've left selected. Let's click add motion. Now we're going to see on the right here, this panel appear, and you'll see all our generations and the amount of credits that it's using to generate these. All right, so it looks like it is finished with the full motion. So let's come over here to export. When you come in here, you're going to see this view, which is the share option. It's going to give you a link to share the content, and you can share it on socials like YouTube and TikTok. So you can connect these platforms and post directly through here. Then you also have exports, and this is what we want to export the video. So I'm going to start the export at 1080p. So this should be a high quality video that we can upload.
The summit secret. You see the mountain, but you don't know what's at the summit. This is day 1 of me walking towards this mountain. I plan to walk daily until I reach the peak and finally find out what's waiting there. However, I can walk only as many steps as the number of followers I gain. The summit is 100,000 steps away. Today I have 3 followers, so I will walk 3 steps towards the mountain. 1, 2, 3. Follow this space in my journey towards this revelation. See you tomorrow.
One easy way to edit is just to select on the panel that you want to change. And up here, you can swap it, you can edit it, or you can just animate this specific panel with AI. In these other posts, they start adding in like characters and different elements into the environment, making it more like action-packed. So that's definitely what you would need to do as well. The goal really isn't ever to go viral. That's vanity metrics. But there's nothing wrong with leveraging what's going viral right now to get your product, your offer, or your services, or you in front of people. Finding accounts like this, saving them and doing case studies on them and seeing how you can apply that to your brand, your business, your content is very important in today's day and age, especially because I have the tools to really study this stuff, to really transcribe, pull out information from it, recreate things similar to it, right? I've been creating content for years, and without a tool like Hypernatural and what we just did now, this would have taken much, much longer, and you'd burn out way faster trying to keep up with even just making 19 of these videos. One of you sit down, use the formula that I created today, and just have AI write out the next 18 scripts, all short, all similar, guiding you through the story. Now, one thing to consider with this type of content, if you want to bulk create this, because it's 19 posts, imagine if you made 18 of these posts on a weekend with your friends and just posted them on Instagram to see what would happen, right? You could do that with a tool like Hypernatural. But one thing to consider is that each of these posts is interactive, right? They're all kind of based off of the last follows that you got on the last post. So what this person was doing was they clearly did this ahead of time and created content ahead of time. Maybe they started adapting to the follows later, but at first you won't be able to. You can add in this little note here that says, edit, the journey is longer than I calculated. The house is 500K steps away. So if you pass 100K, you pass a certain amount, you can just keep editing it this way until you reach millions of subscribers, basically. And if content like this works, you use it and use it and use it until it doesn't work. So there you have it, a simple formula that's going to allow you to scale without burnout, test more ideas, and really find what works. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget that the links to Hypernatural are down in the description and the pinned comments. Make sure to go down there, sign up, and start trying out the tool for yourself. Don't forget that if you want to turn your content, like the content we made in this video today, into an online business, you're going to need systems. And for a limited time, I'm hooking up my viewers with a free Instagram DM and comment automation tool, so you don't have to pay for expensive apps like ManyChat. You'll never miss another comment or DM on Instagram. Plus, I'll personally show you how I use it to get leads while I sleep and sell digital products on autopilot. If that sounds like something you need, the link is also down in the description. Sign up and let me know what you think. Now, if you're interested in taking your AI-generated content to the next level and making sure your hooks, scripts, and copies sound authentic and human, watch the video showing up on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next AI tool workflow, and I'll catch you all in the next video.